Hey everyone, this is Kirk here again from OptionAlpha.com. And in today's Take 5 segment, I know we haven't done one in a couple days just because I've been sick and really losing my voice. But in today's Take 5 segment, what I wanted to talk about is the differences between different weekly contracts and how they're really tagged in broker systems as far as how you can tell which ones are weeklies. And which ones aren't. Now, when you look at Thinkorswim, obviously it's really easy just to see which contracts are those weeklies here, and that's because they're actually tagged just weekly. But in some broker platforms, they don't have this kind of highlighting here of weekly, and you don't really know, which contracts really disseminate towards which expiration date. So it's really actually a lot easier than it seems. So here's what I want to do is when we go over this, just make sure that you, again, take your time in trying to understand this. It's very, very simple to understand the weekly contracts and when they expire. So I'll take Priceline for an example, and just because it has no mini contracts or no weird contracts going, but you'll see here the first one listed is Nov 114. Now you'll notice that mostly all of these contracts have 14 until we start getting out here to 15, 16, and 17, which are kind of longer term contracts. But this Nov 114, that really means that this contract is a weekly contract that expires the first week. That's why it says Nov 1, the first week of November. So this contract would expire on Friday, the first week in November of 2014, hence the 14. If we go down here, then you can see there's Nov 2. So Nov 2s are weekly contracts that will expire the second week of November. So the second week of November 2014, those contracts will expire. And then you get to the monthly contracts, and you can see that it says Nov, and there's no number next to it. So there's no 1 or 2 next to it. It's just Nov 2014. Now those are the regular monthly contracts for Priceline. Now as we know, monthly contracts and options always expire the third week of the month. So whatever that third Thursday, Friday is of the month, that's when those contracts will expire. So let's go here to a calendar real quick, and I just brought up this is November, so let me just kind of scooch it down into the window here. So you can see this is November, and those first contracts expire the first week of November. So remember those Nov 1s, this is the expiration week that we're dealing with. Now those next contracts expire this week, which is the second week of expiration. And again, you can see just on the calendar how easy it is, those Nov 1 and Nov 2. So this one would be Nov 1 up here, and this contract week would be Nov 2 right here. Now the regular monthly contracts are going to be this third week, which is Nov, and then no dissemination of 1, 2, or 3, because that's going to be the third week in November, so it's going to be the monthly contract expiration. So if we go back here to the chart, after the November regular monthly contracts here, then what we have is we actually have the last week in November, which are Nov 4. So now you can see how easy it is that now that Nov 4 means the fourth week in November, those weekly options are going to expire. And then after that, there's no more weeks in November, so then we get into December 1, which is DECE 1, December 2, DECE 2, and then the regular December contracts, which are those monthly contracts, again, in Thinkorswim, not tagged as December. So hopefully that was really easy. Again, these Take 5 video segments are hopefully geared towards giving you guys some little takeaways and actionable things that you can use. And they only take 5 minutes out of your day so that you can learn one really cool thing about options trading. As always, I hope you guys enjoy, and happy trading.